Boom. Now I have my microphone in front of me. Welcome back, folks, to the world of the Somnium Files. Yes, I said it I intentionally screwed it up. Let's just get back into the game here. As I remaster the volume back to its normal. Autosave. Wait, day 6? Day 5? Day 6? Wait, what? Okay, we'll just go with this one. The one I actually saved myself. Last time on the Somnium Files. Well, that's right. I have no idea what I need to do. And I don't have a legend. I'm assuming the green is complete. It's gotta be. The red is incomplete. The yellow is... I think this is where I got confused. I don't know what the yellow one is. Abyss, sink room, shrine, and then done. So, I mean, I guess I am done. And now we're just heading over... Oh, undiscovered. There we go. Wait, didn't I do this? I swear I did this. Is that why my autosave was so weird? Maya here. Day 5, Tuesday. See what this one is. Okay. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Okay, can I see the flow chart here? Matsushita Diner.
Ota, why are you...
Why did you arrest Mom? You said you were gonna clear her! Why?
This has to be where I left off. This seems different. Oh, do I get to control this now? Condiments. Yes, they are. Chopsticks. Yes. Low table. A low table. A stool. A stool. A menu. There's a menu. Condiments. Soy sauce. Counter. It's counter. Kitchen. I can see the kitchen area. A wall. A geek. There's a photo in front of Ota. Are you worried about Iris?
So worried that my stomach is in knots. The surgery was successful, but they told me she isn't out of the ICU yet.
Are you doing okay?
Okay? How could I be okay? I got stabbed by a serial killer!
It's kind of your own fault.
Easy, kid. You're gonna open up your stitches.
Are you worried about Mayumi?
Of course I am! That's my mom! What son wouldn't be worried about his mom?
I mean, it all depends. who your mom is. I mean, if your mom was a serial killer and you knew she was a serial killer and she tried to kill you on several occasions and then disowned you, then yeah, maybe you might not. Why are you here?
When I was in the hospital, the police came to me. They told me that my mom confessed. I couldn't believe it, so I went to the police station. But because she was under investigation, they wouldn't let me see her. After that, I didn't feel like going back to the hospital. That's why I'm here.
It's not like Mayumi is under arrest.
You asked me why your mom was arrested earlier, but she isn't under arrest.
What?
I spoke with her as part of my investigation, yes, but as a source of valuable information, not as a suspect. Mayumi confessed, but it's highly likely that she's lying. So we haven't issued a warrant for her arrest.
That's what I've been saying! Mom didn't do it, she's innocent!
Boop. Is Iris the criminal?
Word is going around. Maybe Iris was the one who killed Shoko and Renju. And you and her planned this warehouse incident to get her off our suspects list.
By gouging out her eye.
No way! Tessa had her eye.
She could have pulled it out herself.
I'm sorry, I mean, what kind of psychopath? You'd have to be a psychopath to scoop out your own eye.
Or asked you to do it.
I mean, and she probably could close her eyes still, right? Or did they take the lids with it?
You're kidding me, right? Do you really think I would do that? I was fighting for my life against the criminal!
That wasn't caught on camera, though. Neither was the part where you got stabbed.
You're saying that I stabbed myself?
It wouldn't be the first time you faked something, would it, Ota?
Comment omitted. Did you stage the warehouse incident?
I'm telling you, I didn't!
Then why is Mayumi protecting you?
Mom is protecting me?
Your mother is stubborn. She's lying to us because she's protecting someone. The only person I can think of would be you.
Why?
Apparently she thinks that you're the criminal.
Why would she think that?
Your guess is as good as mine. Got any ideas?
Maybe because of her condition.
Da.
Mom has dementia. Maybe her memory is just mixed up.
About Mayumi's dementia.
Everything is my fault. It's because of me that Mom is... I know how it looks now, but back in the day, the diner was doing pretty good. You know Bloom Park is close by here, right? People who visited the park would stop here a lot. But ever since the explosion 8 years ago...
The chemical plant accident?
Yeah. We're just barely outside of the restricted area because Bloom Park closed. The number of customers dropped by a lot. The diner didn't last much longer. When this place closed, Dad started working at a Chinese restaurant and he was a security guard and traffic cop at night. Mom worked as a janitor.
I'm sorry, do we have the Asian bucktooth Hitler here?
They were both working hard and barely got any sleep.
And you?
I was just a high school student at the time. I was such a dumbass.
Was is not the term. M is a better term.
I thought it was totally normal to have both parents working, so I didn't even get a part-time job. And they bought me a PC and idol concert tickets. I had it good. But we were drowning in debt.
Debt?
There's a loan on the house and the diner. Mom and Dad didn't let this place go. There are too many memories here to give it up. So they slaved day and night to keep it open. They worked and worked and worked. Thanks to them, I was even able to go to a good university right after I started.
I keep clicking beforehand, like when I'm done reading.
Passed away?
Yeah. He had a heart attack. From overwork.
Ouch.
But even then, I didn't get it, you know? I didn't appreciate how hard they worked even when I wasn't taking college
I keep
seriously
doing it.
and
Why?
getting bad grades. My mom didn't say a thing. She just smiled and told me that it was okay. Even when I told her I was going to drop out. Mom, I'm thinking of dropping out of college.
What? Why do you want to do that, Ota?
I decided that I'm going to become a writer.
Wait, where did a writer come into play here?
Wow, a writer. Oh, that's a good goal to have. But you really should finish college. You worked so hard to get in.
You don't understand, Mom. A writer has to put all of their time into their creativity. I won't have time to go to classes. Plus, I'm friends with the editor of a publishing company. I'm definitely going to have my first book published.
Is that right? Well,
Never
okay,
trust
if you say
self-publishing
so.
companies.
I won't stop you. Do what makes you happy. You'll turn out just fine. I know you can do it. And no matter what happens, Mom will always be on your side, okay? Forever and ever, I'll always support you, Ota.
You lied about the editor thing, right?
Yeah, how do you guess?
Because you're pathological.
It was really just a few texts back and forth. But I was thrilled. I thought I could make it as a writer because of that. But it's impossible. I know there's no way I can be a writer. I've never even finished writing a novel. Not even once. I always give up after the first 5,000 words.
5,000 words, wow.
To even apply for the amateurs contest, you have to submit 10 times that. But Mom, she kept supporting me.
When did Mayumi's illness start?
Not long after I quit college. Mom was always smiling at me. But I think she was starting to slip mentally. One day.
Oh, what's wrong, Ota? Do you have the day off from school?
Are you being sarcastic?
Oh, right. You don't attend anymore. Oopsie, I totally forgot.
How can you forget your own son's career choice?
Sorry. Anyway, are you hungry? You haven't eaten anything since this morning, have you?
Are you kidding?
What?
I ate breakfast and lunch already.
Oh, did you? By the way, Ota, what's living at the dorms like?
Why are you making fun of me?
I'm not teasing you, honey.
Don't fuck with me!
Watch your language! I mean, that would be really sucky to deal with on both ends. Not realizing you're forgetting stuff and thinking someone's making fun of you. Listen to the rest of the story.
Sake, because I'm such a piece of shit. I was only thinking about myself. I didn't take care of her. I was so stupid, I didn't realize she was sick. I was so cruel to her for no reason.
Hand off the keyboard.
And she got worse and worse.
Watching your parent start going downhill in any sense is horrible. I know from experience, but not going to get into that. About that picture.
What's that picture?
Ota turned the photo frame to me so I could see.
Looking at this photo reminds me. One time, when I was a kid, I said something really bad to Mom and Dad, and they scolded me for it. And it's not like it was an apology or anything, but Dad and I gave her a Mother's Day gift. My mom was so happy that she cried. That's what this photo is from. Why did it turn out like this? I'm such a bad son.
Hey, Aiba.
What is it?
I don't like Ota one bit. But I can't imagine that this guy's the criminal.
Why is that?
Hearing his story made me think that he's not such a bad guy.
Your presumption is illogical.
Human beings are illogical. We're not like you AI. We can't be logical all the time. But we make up for it in one very important way.
What is that?
Intuition.
And adulterated magazines.
Do you find that useful?
At times.
Aiba,
let's go back to the cold storage warehouse. We might be missing something.
Understood.
Well, it's not like she has a choice. She could hop out of the eye socket and hang out with Ota. Bing, bing, bing. To the cold storage warehouse. Meow. Oh, I don't actually drive there this time. I just teleport. That's good. Dang it, got a problem with my nail right now. Tuesday, 12:50 p.m. There we go.
Date, weren't you going to check the warehouse?
No.
I was, but a thought occurred to me.
A police officer. He says he doesn't have any new information. What about the barrier? A red barrier line wraps around the scene. That would be really cool to have. See a box?
Aiba, what's in this box?
What's in the box?
Your favorite kind of reading material, and a lot of it.
Are you serious? I am going to confiscate this for evidence.
Academic research papers on criminology?
Yep, that's it.
No, the kind that features gratuitous nudity.
Okay. A wooden box. You gotta make up some excuses to grab that box. Confiscated for evidence. A wooden box. A crane looks like it could pierce the sky.
Just like my you-know-what.
Ego?
What is your you-know-what?
It could only be one thing.
Oh, your ego?
Oh, yes!
No, not my ego.
Ha! Called it. Let me investigate the water here. The water of Tokyo Bay.
Date, look! A tongue...
What's a tonguefish?
A flat fish, like the sole of a shoe.
Yay!
You can see all the way down there?
Of course I can. My vision and my looks are my best qualities.
So, does he actually see out of that eye? Because he would technically be able to see that then, right? Alright, I don't think there is anything else that way. What about the other? Container. Stack containers. If I put that corner container in an empty slot, would the bottom line disappear? Dun da da dun da da dun da da dun da da dun da dun dun da dun dun. There's an oil
Hi,
drum.
I'm Drum. I'm on.
I don't get it. Unless it's like a Doraemon joke.
You say strange things sometimes.
And it says that, you know, the whole logical thing. There's an oil drum. Warehouses all in a line. Stacked containers. Okay, I think that was everything. Oops, station wagon.
Abba, are you sure that Ota took this car?
As I've already explained, the security cameras at the Famisto parking lot saw the entire incident clearly.
So it was definitely Ota who drove it here.
Why are you stating the obvious?
Because it's what I do best. I've got one job! It's a dumb job, but I'm gonna do it! Oda's the one who drove the station wagon.
Iba, who drove the van here?
There are two possibilities. Either Iris, or the criminal who kidnapped Iris.
And Mayumi?
Considering the time that she purchased the chocolate, that would be almost impossible.
But how did the chocolate get there?
The van was hijacked from the Famisto parking lot at 10:32 p.m. At that time, Mayumi was in the 812 convenience store more than 100 yards away.
Maybe she's some, like,
We found the
marathon
chocolate
runner.
Mayumi bought on the floor of the cold storage warehouse. But that doesn't prove she was actually at the scene. If she was, how did she get here? She wasn't in the van or the station wagon.
Of course, a different car. I will search for all vehicles that were in this area from Sunday night to Monday morning.
Iba connected to the end system server and began her research. She got a result in no time.
Found one hit. A taxi.
Where's that taxi now?
It is parked in Lemniscate's parking lot.
Wait, what?
At Lemniscate. Why?
Unknown. But we should speak with the driver immediately.
The driver's dead. Lemniscate, Tuesday, 1:36 p.m.
Hey, got a minute?
Are you talking to moi?
Oh, I'm sorry, I did not realize you were French.
Moi?
Date, now is not the time to be distracted by this old man's diction.
Mind if I ask you what you're doing here?
Moi? I am but a humble taxicab driver.
There we go.
I'm with the police. I have some questions for you.
I shall ask your left foot. Where are you from?
I was born in Kawago, Saitama.
And why do you talk like that?
I don't know what you mean. I've spoken this way all my life. My parents speak with the same vernacular.
Oh yes, English. About Mayumi. Before I arrived at Lemniscate, I got a picture of Mayumi from Abyss. I showed it to the driver.
Did you drive this passenger on Sunday night?
Oh, I did indeed. I remember her well. The old hag.
Hag?
Old hag.
I took her on a tour of the streets of Tokyo. Our ultimate destination was the warehouse district in Ariake.
Why didn't you report this to the police?
Reported?
I do not know what happened.
You don't know about the incident at the cold storage warehouse? It was all over the news.
No, I'm afraid not. Newspapers and television news programs have never been much of an interest to moi.
Quit saying "wah." I don't know why it's bugging me so much, but it is. What are you doing here?
I have just finished conveying my client from Temeke Sano's studio.
What, Iris?
I was informed that the visit here would be
Oh,
brief,
wait, no, she's in the
and thus
hospital.
I have decided to wait in this lobby.
Describe what happened to Mayumi.
I recall it was around 10 in the evening. Near the Kabasaki district, an unassuming restaurant named Matsushita Diner. That's where I picked up the old hag.
Why do you keep calling her old hag? This guy is an asshole.
And as soon as she
Obvious one.
stepped foot in my conveyance, she was already barking orders at me. Follow that van, hurry! I must admit, I found it rather exciting, just like an old chase film. I, of course, insisted that I be paid up front. We pursued the van for roughly half an hour. Suddenly, the van came to a halt at a convenience store.
Wait, what?
The Famisto along Koshu, right?
Precisely right. I am surprised you know that. In any case, I knew that the jig would be up if we were seen following the van. So I decided to drive past it. I parked at the 8 store, but 100 yards from there. While waiting for the object of our pursuit to make its next move, the old hag suddenly spoke up. I have to buy something, she declared, then made her way into the 8.
This must be when Mayumi bought the Odoroki Man chocolate.
So she's giving herself her own alibi.
A few minutes later, the old hag finished making her purchases and walked out. And then, at that very moment, I witnessed the van jet off at great speed down Koshu. I hurried the old hag inside my vehicle, then resumed the chase.
But you know her name. Quit saying old hag. Quit saying walk. Quit being a pompous ass. Did I use that word correctly?
We followed them for roughly half an hour more.
I see. If the driver's story is correct, Mayumi did not know that Oto was left behind at the Famisto.
Mayumi thought Ota was in the van the whole time.
Listen to the rest of the story.
We then arrived at a splendid manor. The van entered the premises through the front gate and disappeared from view. We, of course, could not follow, so we waited outside. I estimate another 10 minutes passed. The front gate opened once again, and the van drove out, and we pursued. But 30 minutes later, our pursuit was foiled again.
What happened?
The van drove into the restricted Kabasaki district.
Wait. So instead of going to the warehouse, it went into the Kabasaki district. But why?
The old hag, of course, demanded that I follow. But I was not about to risk my license and livelihood. Instead, I parked on the road and waited for the van to drive back the way it came. But of course, we knew it might not take the same road back. In fact, we were not even sure the van would be coming back at all. But the old hag was not keen on giving up, so we began our stakeout.
You must have made bank off of her. I mean, really. It's a table. It's a plant.
Date, look! An antlion! Yay! Go, antlion!
Okay. Lime has a strange fascination with insects. Plants. Table.
A high stool. It's like a tall seat.
Why are you stating the obvious?
Now click it again. High stools are placed around the table. It's a door. There's probably an office back there. A monitor.
This is Magnus Spiel.
How do you know?
Pornos. Lots of magazines
Feature.
on the rack.
Anyone can run a pyramid scheme.
What?
I believe I'll purchase that on my way home.
Okay. Lots of magazines on that rack. A
Sofa King.
Don't.
We Todd did. Vending machine full of drinks. Alright. So that was interesting. He has stuff to say. Let's see what he says about this. There's an abstract painting displayed on the wall.
Oh, have you taken note of the painting?
Of course.
It is titled Lions Fishing, Carpe Diem.
You have no life and are an asshole. There's an incomprehensible abstract painting displayed on the wall. Logo, the company's logo, lemniscates. Obviously, you should guess what I'm waiting for at the very end. A window! A large window. Alright, time to... Oh! Potted plant, I don't care. Reception desk. Receptionist, come on, let's talk to the boobies. We need the plot line.
About 45 minutes later, the date had changed at this point. It was 12:25 a.m. on...
How do you remember the time
damn
so
it.
well?
Well, you see, I always keep my radio dial on the same station. I remember precisely which programs were playing during this endeavor. Thus, I can approximate the time.
I see. Please continue.
Tell us about these stories.
At 12:25 a.m., the old hag's tenacious gamble paid dividends. The van returned down the same street.
I hope I never
Thus,
have to hear
we
this guy
again made
again.
pursuit. I kept considerable distance. We had come so far, I did not want to get caught now.
Just these words he's using. I mean, I kept far enough away. We didn't want to get caught. We had come so far. I did not want to get caught now.
But my caution backfired.
It didn't work.
I lost sight of the van in the Ariake warehouses. Without so much as a thank you, the old hag popped open the door and took off toward the warehouses.
Okay.
I waited for some time, but the old hag did not return. The goose was cooked at this point, so I made the decision to return home. I am glad I had the foresight to ask for payment in advance.
Well, how much was the payment for those hours? I have one more question.
I follow your story. I have one more question. Where is this manor the van stopped at?
Over there.
Oh, every taxi driver in the city knows that residence.
Do I look like a taxi driver?
It is the personal home of Congressman So Sajima.
Wait, what?
Sajima? Why did the van go to So's house?
That is the question.
We need to speak with him immediately.
Agreed. Let's move.
Oh, that's the other timeline that he died. Self-employed taxi driver. To the Sejima residence! Hooray! I'm just glad to get away from that taxi driver. Holy crap. Did that bother anyone else, that guy? Tuesday, 2/21.
There's no one here.
Indeed.
I don't see So or his bodyguards.
That'd be weird that no one's guarding his house.
I do not detect them either.
Let's go inside.
I'm invisible walking in?
Hey,
or
Iba.
what?
Do you smell something funny?
You are aware that I do not possess the sense of smell, correct?
Yeah, we could go with that. But unfortunately, we're going to find out what the smell is next time. If you folks are enjoying this, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Other than that, I will catch you all in whatever the hell I end up recording, and for the rest of the Somnium Files. Better not forget to save this time.